you always said he was the love of your life, and you had a great marriage, you had a great relationship. And then, but now, after you've been released on bail, you've been talking about this great betrayal. Like you feel very betrayed by Peter. Would you explain what is it that makes you feel this betrayed?
No, I feel extremely betrayed, I'll tell you, for two reasons. One is, the day I was arrested, there are two things. One is, apart from Peter, nobody knew where I was going that day. That was one. And he obviously vanished for 2 hours. And then he vanished completely from my life. He never came to visit me in prison. And then I wrote to him from prison saying that, listen, what are you doing to get me out? Because obviously I was in a state of shock. And I just went in with just one set of clothes. And then I started receiving letters from him to say that, listen, you need to transfer this to me and that to me because you're going to be in prison for a very, very long time. So why don't you do all these transfers? And that was one, of course, but that really didn't get me going. I mean, to that extent. And then I was very ill. He didn't come to see me. And then I received a letter saying, hey, listen, I didn't come to see you in the hospital because I didn't want the media to see me there. And then I started receiving letters about him planning to celebrate his 60th birthday. And that is when, like, seriously? I mean, your wife is in prison. And it was only later, one of, our society manager came to depose in court. And I didn't know till then. And he said, he said it in court to the judge the day Indrani madam was arrested. Peter wrote a letter to the society to say that because there was a property which was, I was arrested a day before my younger daughter's 18th birthday, and she was to receive a property which is worth a lot in crores. So, and he said that he wrote a letter that stopped the transfer. That's to Vidhi. And that is when kind of the penny dropped. And then later, of course, when the CBI came to see me, there were a lot of things about him moving jewelry, moving money. And then I said, hang on, like your wife is arrested on charge of murder, and all you can think about is moving jewelry and moving, money and stopping a flat transfer on the same day. So that was,
But what if he was just protecting himself? I mean, it seemed like he believed
what?
From day one
from what?
From you. What if I'm just thinking it's true.
Yeah.
That what if he actually did believe, and it seemed like he did believe that you had done something like this, and what if he was just protecting himself, his own interests?
No, protecting himself from what? On the day your wife is arrested, all you can think of is write to the society to stop her. I mean, anybody, hearing this news, let's say if I was in Peter's place, let's say, the tables were turned, I would have done everything possible first to get him out. Why would he think that, why would you think your spouse would, commit a murder? For what? That is, I think that itself is a very, very, telling statement. That why would you go, and if he was so kind of disturbed about it, let's say he's protecting, do you really plan your 68th birthday? And then he also writes, which I showed you some letters about, how much he loves me, and, and Romeo and Juliet, he's my Romeo, and I know they're so funny, but I don't. You've seen those letters,
so,
right?
You've
seen them, so you know.
Okay, so you did have some great love, and then now it's all Mukerjea versus Mukerjea.
No, well, no, but all this great love is after I went into prison, right? So, but then he never came to see me till he got arrested, and that was when I saw him in court for the first time.